Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Kirby's Adventure. We are now halfway through level 3, so let's go ahead and start this video off with stage 4. And I need to remember I have backdrop as I go into this warp star and go up the tower here, because this stage is very short, very short, and getting through it will take no time at all. Especially if you have backdrop, because it's just like Inhale, except you can actually slam people into the floor. More or less. Now let's get this guy. There we go. Now I got a few enemies to take care of, and I can inhale this guy if I went the right way. There we go. And as long as you're not flying or anything, like, as long as you don't press up to fly, you can get the things here with no effort. Things I'm mentioning are the 1-Up, the Pet Brew, and the Maximum Tomato. And that's it! We are done with Stage 4 already. And I still can't reach the top level for some reason. Oh well. But let's get on over to this door, because we have a new minigame we haven't seen before. Quick Draw. When the enemy draws, press the A button. If you press it too soon, you get a penalty. If you've ever played Kirby Superstar, or Kirby Superstar Ultra, and you played Samurai Kirby, you know what's going on here. You just have a Wild West theme instead of a feudal era Japan theme. You have cowboys instead of samurais. And that's pretty much how you do it. When the game tells you to fire, you fire. If you press too early, you get a fault. If you get 2 fault, the game is over. Now I was a little slow there. I want to get 16, so I can beat Bonkers here. Ooh, there we go. I at least got a 1-Up from that, and there's DDD himself. And he is pretty fast. You gotta be at least at 11. You gotta be fairly fast to get DDD. Because we beat Bonkers, we got a 1-Up. If we beat DDD himself, we would have gotten 3 extra lives instead of 1. But we got something out of that, so let's go ahead and go to stage 5 here, where we get to just rush our way through this again because we got some invincibility candy. And then we're on another tower. Let's go ahead and run through this, go through all these enemies here, as many of them as we can. And of course, it's always going to run out before we get to the door in the tower there. Almost said temple. And just hold him forward so that way we can get rid of that other Waddle Dee. And then get in here. This is Bonkers. He will send out explosive nuts and create stars with his hammer. I was trying to use my ability star as a weapon there, but unfortunately that was of no use. Step a little forward here. Get him to make a star that way. And let's swallow him to get the hammer ability. This weapon is very powerful. Use it on stubborn bad guys to clear your path. You can also use it on blocks. And that little post over there, just hit it with the hammer or a stone if you can, and you'll cause something to happen. In this case, we get a Maximum Tomato and a 1-Up before we leave stage 5. I'm not reached again. Oh, I did reach it this time. Oh, that's good. I keep pressing the A button too early on this. Hopefully I can keep up with the luck on that. And now it's time for stage 6, where we will find another switch. And apparently, by swallowing an enemy with an ability and an ability star at the same time, the ability star takes precedence. Meaning, you're gonna get what's on the ability star rather than a mixture of two enemies with abilities. If that happens, you get something called mix. And if you press A or wait for it to go and stop on its own, you will be able to get an ability. Sometimes you'll get like a predetermined ability, and that works well too. If I ever get a chance to do so, I'll mention which certain enemy combinations do that. But anyway, we had to run away from some Gardos, beat up some crash bombs, and then make it to the door, which takes us over here. By the way, I believe you can use hammer underwater. One of the few abilities that you can do that with. And if I was able to swallow that fireball enemy and get the fireball ability, I could just use that to just rush my way through the stage even faster. And now we got this section. There are some star blocks here. You want to break them to go into this door. Now there is a bomb block. You want to fly up here, shoot an air pellet at it, and then fly all the way here, keeping to the ceiling so that you don't get blocked. You'll be able to not only get a pep brew, but you'll also get a switch. This opens up the egg hatching game for stage, actually not stage, but level 3. And then you'll end up above where you entered. Be sure to keep to the right too, so that way you don't get hit by those stone guys. And it's a good thing I got rid of that ability anyway, because we're gonna find another one. Did I ever show off Cutter? Kirby can throw a series of cutters that return like boomerangs. I think I did. We didn't show off this one though. Lights. It's one use only. Dark areas can be spooky. This lets Kirby set off fireworks. It only works in the dark. And if you use it in a dark room, much like this one, you light it up. Pretty simple. There will be dark rooms in the future where you will be able to use this ability. It doesn't destroy any enemies as far as I know. And it allows you to find doors a lot more easily. And now we have one more stage where we just go through some platforms here. And there we are. We've pretty much ended the last regular stage in level 3. I'm gonna go ahead and try to play the egg catching game, hopefully to get more lives. Thankfully, I haven't died yet. And we've already seen the summary for the egg catching thing already. Just keep holding the button. Oh, well, keep holding the button and don't do that. Well, that went nowhere. Seem to become rubbish at these games since the last time I played Kirby's Adventure, which has been a while back. But we are going to face the boss here. I'm going to diss the ability so that way I can show you how to fight them without one. Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright, the Sun and the Moon boss. Since we have the sun up there and the moon down there, the sun will shoot some rays down, and the rays will create projectiles in the form of stars that you have to inhale and send at Mr. Bright. Now the moon is up, and you're facing Mr. Shine. Mr. Bright here will create a bit of a meteor shower. Wait for him to flash while he's up there. So that way, you'll know where the stars are coming from. Just keep watching the sky, and you'll be able to take Mr. Shine down. Mr. Bright has the ability to throw little crescent-like projectiles at you and also rush at you. Mr. Shine can also rush at you, but as long as you can jump over them, you should be good. And I basically made Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright look like child's play there. So we might as well go ahead and grab the Star Rod and do a little dance. And go to Grape Garden with the green background. We're pretty much in the middle of the game now. And we're going to handle Grape Garden in the next video. Join me next time where I go through the first 3 stages of level 4. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!